the independent mind. But first, I must tell you certain methods so that no harm comes to your body. Tell me, I said, ready. Even though we travel with the mind, you will still feel that everything here is real. You will perceive it as if it truly exists. The air, the water, the trees, and everything else. But when you know for certain that everything is real, coupled with the fact that you still possess a physical body on Earth, then whatever you feel here, your body over there will experience that state as well, he explained. Don't worry, I've been fine so far, I replied. It's not going to be as you understand it. Up until now, every place you've been has had an almost normal atmosphere and temperature, places teeming with life. But the place I'm about to take you from now on will be a place where living things cannot survive. It has the most extreme conditions. If you don't have the ability to remind yourself that you are now only pure consciousness, your body could be in danger. This process requires unwavering mental discipline and constant awareness, or what you call mindfulness and concentration. You will finally understand how beneficial concentration and mindfulness are, he explained. What does it have to do with concentration and mindfulness? I don't understand, I asked. I am now going to take you down to the Earth's core. But before reaching the deepest part, you will have to pass through scorching magma. And this is the truth, that level of heat is so intense it can melt every material substance on Earth, and when you descend into that molten magma, your mind will experience the extreme heat, hotter than any material can maintain its original state. If you don't have skills in mindfulness and concentration, at that very moment, your body over there will experience that same heat. The result will be that your real body will be burned to ashes instantly, because your mind and body are directly connected. In the past, on your world, there have been people who traveled with their minds and inadvertently entered extremely hot places and were burned to ashes like this. He replied, That doesn't seem possible. It sounds very unbelievable, I remarked. Unbelievable or not, I don't know. But what is certain is that this is the close connection between your mind and body while you are alive. If you die, this kind of process still continues. If you die, but your mind still lacks skills in mindfulness and concentration, meaning it cannot remind itself, cannot maintain awareness that it is now only consciousness, still thinks this is real life, you will fall into a state of confusion or delusion. And this delusion is the lack of freedom. Wherever the final thought is, your mind will still linger there or with that event. If you die at home, your mind will be at home. If you die on the street, your mind will be on the street until someone takes you out of those places and situations. The entity responsible for taking you out of there will have a physical form. In charge of this, guiding those souls to rest in a suitable place to await their next rebirth. However, most minds that are unaware or unable to be independent will be submerged in the stories they themselves created through the memories stored in their own consciousness and in Gaia's backup storage. If you have done good deeds, your mind will dwell on good stories. But if you have done bad deeds, your mind will be submerged in those bad stories, he further explained. That sounds scary, I said. Yes, in fact, this is the scariest thing. Currently, all the people on your world are in a state of unconsciousness and unable to remind themselves that the various things they are facing are all mere assumptions created by their conscious minds. This keeps them trapped in physical bondage, preventing their spirits from being free. And for you to be free, you must know that these stories do not truly exist for the spirit, and know that nothing can influence your spirit, or the best way is to be completely free from any conditions. simply by being aware that you are a spirit, just as you are about to face the following event. It is an exercise where you must constantly remind yourself that you are currently traveling with your mind. Everything, especially the heat you experience, even though it is real, cannot harm you. The moment you mistakenly think it is real heat, as you experienced it in your physical form, your real body will be burned accordingly. But if you have firm concentration and mindfulness, not only will you not be harmed by that heat, but you can also determine what the heat you are experiencing will be like. You can make it a normal, comfortable temperature, or you can make it so cold that it turns into ice. This is the skill of mental independence that you must learn, he explained. Wow. Should I risk it? I replied. It's all right. I will assist you in the beginning, but after that, I will gradually let you try it yourself. Agreed, he said reassuringly. Yes, I agreed. Then let's go. Hold my hand, he said. As soon as he finished speaking, Lord Foch turned his right palm upward and slowly offered it to me. The moment I took his hand, we were both floating in dark water. Where is this? I asked. This is the bottom of the deepest part of the ocean. From here, I will slowly take you down, according to reality. Yes, I replied. We slowly descended, deeper and deeper, until we saw something below. Its appearance was of white bubbles surging upwards. I could feel it as it touched the soles of my feet. Then I saw what looked like a large red fissure, hundreds of meters wide, stretching as far as the eye could see. It was a crack caused by the fracturing and swirling of lava. I felt a sense of dread rising after encountering the heat and the red fissure against the black backdrop. It made me think I was floating above a scorching hell. What you see is just a small part of the fissure. We will descend to the Earth's core from this point, he said. At this point, I immediately felt fear in my heart, even though Lord Foch had already told me that we were currently traveling with our minds. The sensations I was experiencing felt incredibly real, so real that I began to hesitate, wondering if I shouldn't change my mind. Since you don't have enough skill yet, from now on, I will create a protective barrier around both of us, so that you won't feel the heat around you. Lord Foch explained the process. Okay, I quickly accepted the offer. Then Lord Foch used his left hand to draw a line from my left side up over my head and down to my right side, almost touching my toes. Instantly, I saw what looked like a thin film enveloping both of us. The immediate sensation after this film covered me was the complete absence of heat. Oh, that's a relief, I said, feeling safer. We can go now. From now on, no matter how hot the temperature is, it won't affect us, he said. As soon as he finished speaking, we both slowly moved downwards. I stared intently every second without blinking. We were slowly sinking into the scorching lava stream, little by little. The closer we got, the more I felt the dread caused by its reactions. Bright red fragments of lava scattered aimlessly like shrapnel flying past us. It made me imagine that if we weren't traveling with our minds, we would be like light pieces of fluff falling into a fire, vanishing in an instant. We slowly sank into the lava stream, which was similar to diving down a crevice of an underground cave with a subterranean stream, but instead of clear water, it was molten rock. Then we emerged at a certain point. The fear I had felt before had now increased 100-fold, because what was now appearing before us was a towering wall of lava. It was a massive, turbulent wall flowing in the same direction from left to right with great force. Where have we reached? I asked after we arrived at this point. Where the two of us are standing now is the junction between the Earth's crust and the molten lava flow. This is the beginning and the end of all the matter on Earth, he explained. The beginning and the end, how? I asked. Well, no matter what the matter on the Earth's crust is, what kind of object it is made, into solid liquid, or gas when it passes through hundreds of thousands or millions of years and returns to this melting furnace, it will return to this molten primordial mass. This is where we cannot identify the element. It is not any single element on your periodic table because every element is completely fused together, he replied.